Hello, and thanks for tuning in to watch our video on employee engagement. What is employee engagement? It's essentially staff retention. How do we keep hold of our top talent within the organisation? Employee engagement has four different levels, which we will talk about, and making sure you have your employees in the right level of productivity is essential to making sure your business is profitable. What we're now going to do is we're going to take a look at the calculator in question. And basically, we want you to tell us about your staff. We want to know how many members of staff you have got. So let's just say, hypothetically, we have got 100 members of staff, and their average salary, so their basic salary, excluding any bonuses, is £18,000. Now the bonuses come into play. So pensions, health plans, benefits like that add an extra number to a person's salary are now included here. And we're going to say that this organisation contributes the value of benefits to 10% of their salary. We've done a survey, and we know from the scores, using the good old-fashioned 1 to 10 metric, 1 being poor, 10 being excellent, that the fully engaged workforce, so when we look at fully engaged, we look at a metric of 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, which would be an excellent rate to get from an employee survey. What we're going to say is that from the survey of 100 people, 25% of them were a 9 or a 10. Level 3, you will be looking at 6, 7, 8 out of 10. So we're going to say that we've got another 25% of people under this category. Then we come to the somewhat engaged. These guys will be round about the 4s, and we're going to say here that we've got 30%. Level 1, the disengaged. These are the guys that we're going to worry about because we've actually got quite a high percentage of people, 20% of people who are disengaged. So disengaged employees basically means guys who come into work at 9 o'clock when they're due to start and leave at 5. They don't do any additional work, they don't check any emails, answer any calls, they won't help with any extracurricular activity. And whilst they're in work, they could be cancerous, they could be quite a negative energy around the culture of your organisation. So what is the impact of the performance or the lack of performance financially to the organisation? Well, in this case, the organisation is only working to a 91% potential. The impact of that is £7,920. So the way that this is calculated is we've got a high percentage of people who are on level 4 and on level 3. And so what we've got is we've got people who are giving more. So instead of getting 100%, we're getting 110%, 120%, which puts us in a positive financial outlook. Unfortunately, we've also got 50% of our workforce who are either somewhat engaged or disengaged. They're not working to their full potential. They may only be working to 70%. If you're in the disengaged arena, you're probably looking between 50 and 60%. So all the good work from the majority of guys who are in level 1 and 2, creating extra money for the business, these guys in 2 and 1 are actually losing your money. Hence the math of just under £8,000. So collectively across all engagement levels based on 100 people, we're actually losing £178,000. I can hear some of you already saying, well, let's just get rid of the guys on level 1. Well, that's going to cost you a hell of a lot of money. And you're going to have to make sure that you're recruiting the right people to replace them, which isn't an easy thing to do at all. It's about the culture of your organisation. And to put it into context, the Chartered Institute of People Development tells us that the average cost of replacing an employee is £6,125. Right, so now we can't get rid of those people in level 1. But what we can do is we can have a look at how we keep them. And that's what we'll do over the next few minutes. So what we're going to look at here is the employee absence rate and the employee turnover rate. And if you're in categories level 4 and 3, then your absence rate is going to be around about 5%. So that is the genuine sick days that unfortunately people just do have. That is just the way of the world. Compare that to levels 2 and 1, their employee absence rate is 8%. So what we're going to do is we are going to put that information into this graph. So as I say, we know that the sick leave for an engaged and fully engaged is 4.1%. Levels 1 and 2 is practically double at 8%. So relatively high numbers. Employee turnover rate, this is the number of people who leave your business in any one of these 4 levels. Now, they may leave the business because of the manager. They may leave the business because they want to develop themselves. But what we do know is that level 4 and level 3, so our top talent in the business who are totally switched on, the turnover rate for these guys is 4.8%. So we lose just under 5% of these guys. In levels 1 and 2, it's significantly higher. It's nearly 15%. So this now causes us a problem because we are losing a high percentage of people. And we've also got a high percentage of people who are off sick throughout the year. We're going to make a calculation. And this calculation will tell us the impact on absence. So we can see that the impact on absence is £100,000, turnover is £50,000, which takes us to just under £150,000 that we are losing in poor retention, but also in poor sick leave. Obviously, we have to pay these people, and if we don't pay these people, we may have somebody else who will have to do their job as well as their own, reducing the productivity levels. So let's just recap. We know that the total financial loss to this organisation is £178,000 on the different levels of engagement or disengagement. We are also aware that the impact of both absence and retention issues is costing the organisation £149,000. Collectively, it's a staggering loss of £328,000. Please, please, please do not switch this off. We are going to save you money. That, in fact, is one of our guarantees. We guarantee that we can come into your organisation, you pay us to have a look at the state and the MOT of your business and evaluate your culture. And what we do guarantee is that we will save you money. Here is £328,000. We're going to save you that money on your performance. Good, you're still with us. That is a positive. So I can hear you all saying, how are you going to save us this money? Well, it's going to be a lot of hard work, but it's going to be really enjoyable. We are going to engage your staff at every level. And what we're going to do is we can implement a load of different initiatives and activities. But this simply is what we will do. We will take a look at each level and we're going to increase the percentage of engagement that we apply to them levels. So we're going to look here, and by just applying 10% engagement levels across each level, we'll see a huge impact. So there we go. We've got 10% increase in level 4, in level 3, in level 2, and in level 1. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the employee absence rate and we're going to take this down. We're going to put initiatives in place for you and with you that will drive your absence rate down. And we're going to take that down. We're not going to go too crazy. We're going to take it down by 5%. So again, that will be across each and every area of the business. Excellent. The turnover rate, we're going to make your employees fans of your business. We focus a lot on customer retention. You know, it's the big thing that online companies, office companies, every company in every industry wants to keep their customers because customers pay our bills. Why don't we do the same for our staff? Why don't we want our staff to be ambassadors for our company? So we're going to help you change that, and we're going to adjust the turnover rate. We're going to reduce this turnover rate. Again, we're going to look at reducing this by 5% across all levels of business. Okay, and by putting these simple measurements in place, we make a calculation. Remember, we was losing £328,000. We have made with you some really positive changes in the organisation. With these changes, we've seen that it's now just over £300,000 of impact financially on your business. That means we've saved your business £26,500. That's only with a 10% increase in engagement levels. We have a whole host of initiatives and structures, strategies and frameworks that can allow you to make as much impact as you possibly can desire on this money that is being churned out of your business. As we mentioned earlier, £6,125 of money it costs to replace a member of staff. When that person leaves, they don't take that money out of the P&L. They just leave the business and we replace them. If they did, we would see that we're losing £328,000. By making some simple changes, we can save you £26,500. So let's start to summarise then. Engaging 20% more colleagues would generate savings of £26,000. That's an investment ratio of £8,828. That's pretty good. The impact that then has on your customer service is every 5% of increase in engagement leads to a 1.3% increase in customer service and a 0.5% increase in revenue. So the engagement increases by 20%. The CSI then naturally increases by just over 5%, increasing revenue of 2%. All this information we then generate into a report for you, and we detail the targets and the summary and also commentary with every bit of finding that we give for you. It's massively important that you invest some time and some resource into looking at employee engagement. It has a huge effect, as we've seen, not only on the P&L but also on the impact on customer service. So that's it. 12 minutes of your time. We thank you very much. We know how important that time is, but we hope that it's been positive. We hope that we haven't worried you too much or concerned you about the minus figures that we've shown in this example. Remember, this is just an example. If you would like to see what your business's MOT is like, then obviously give us a call. We'd be only too happy to help. We want to help create a happy, profitable workforce for you. We would love to hear from you. Here's our number. Give us a call. Remember the guarantee. We will save you money. If we don't save you any money, the money that you pay for our services, we will give you all that money back. You have got nothing to lose. Only if you quote hashtag HSM Cash Save. Remember, give us a call, drop us an email, visit our website www.hsmconsultants.co.uk. You can also visit us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and of course on LinkedIn. So again, thank you for watching. We really hope that you embrace the movement of employee engagement. It's important for your staff to feel as though they are wanted and as though they make an impact on the business. They are ambassadors of your brand just as much as your customers are. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and we hope to see you soon. Goodbye.